Thanks, Eric. All right, well, earlier on the show, I chatted a little bit about Hurricane Harvey and the ongoing relief efforts to help the unfortunate folks, of course, that are stuck in the path of the storm. Charitable giving from regular folks like you and me and everyone out there is really the backbone of recovery efforts from all sorts of disasters. It's also the main source of income for organizations that do things like increase literacy and feed hungry kids, get clothes to the needy, and countless other good deeds. However, contrary to the common wisdom, not all of these organizations are nonprofits, and the way in which people tend to support those organizations changes a little bit depending on whether they are for-profit or nonprofit. And that's the key takeaways from the article, A Big Hurdle Do Good Companies Face, by three educators, Saram Lee of the University of Texas, San Antonio, and Karen Winterick and Lisa Bolton of the University of Pennsylvania. All three of these professors specialize in marketing and are consumer psychologists. The article that we just talked about ran in Tuesday's issue of the Quality Digest newsletter. Known as for-profit social ventures, for-profit social enterprises, or public benefit corporations, organizations that both do good and seek to make money while they're doing that, are a lot more prevalent today than they were just like a decade or two ago. They really started to kind of come into their own. But as the title of the article would suggest, and it's kind of a logical conclusion, I thought about that as I read the article, many people have something of a block against donating to for-profit companies. I mean, there's a sense that those running such organizations, they're in it for the money alone, and that they'll be interested in claiming as much of that donated money as possible for their own uses. I mean, maybe it's for extra salary, or maybe it's to buy a car, or lease cars in the company, who knows? I mean, the average person will say, well, maybe I don't trust them as much as a nonprofit. And this opinion, which is true, or maybe it's not true, is backed up by studies that the authors of this piece have conducted themselves and which appeared in the Journal of Consumer Research. Excuse me. In one study, they asked participants to donate money to a pair of organizations promoting literacy. One was a nonprofit and the other was a for-profit. And people gave 40% less to the for-profit organization. And in another study, when given the choice between donating to a nonprofit or a for-profit organization, nearly 2 out of 3 chose the nonprofit. So there's a significant difference here in terms of what people support or don't support. And of course, there's websites such as Charity Navigator, which I just visited. I just visited Charity Navigator.
Now, do for-profits show up on there?
I think they do, yes. Okay. So Charity Navigator does a really good job of kind of sussing out where the money actually goes that you give to any particular charity. And as it happens, actually, many for-profit charitable organizations actually do a better than average job of getting donated funds into the hands of people that need them. Right. Interesting. And the moral of the story is that very often perception is reality. And when it comes to supporting for-profit organizations that are trying to do some good in the world, that reality is actually a pretty high hurdle to overcome. I mean, they're trying to do good things. They got in there for that reason. A lot of people could start any kind of company that they wanted to, but they chose to start a company that, will make some money, but will also do good. I mean, the idea is that they can have the profits from that, hire good, maybe even better people than the nonprofits can, do better work to get the money in the hands of the people that really need it.
Yeah, you mentioned Charity Navigator. I've used that before to look up stuff. Really good website. I think there's another one as well, but I think I
just used Charity Navigator myself to figure out how I want to donate to Harvey.
Right, okay.
I mean, so it's,
and it tells you the percentage, they rank them by the percentage of
funds that actually go to people that use it,
as opposed to
operational,
administrative. But I didn't know that because nonprofits have to be pretty transparent.
Yes.
For-profits,
well, they have to be if they want to play in that space. If they want to be able to show people through Charity Navigator that they're a reputable company, they have to be transparent too. And they are. And that's the thing, is that they're much more transparent, and it's much easier to find out where your money goes than many people would think. So it's consideration. So check that one out. All right.